season. And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Steamers and the Dreadnoughts, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019 to lead them.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
A gain there of 27 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They go play action for Murray. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
He'll run again. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Now it is 1st and goal. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. In motion, Shakir. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up. Receiver in motion, going right. 3rd and goal. Murray. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. And if he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Hurts to the air on first down. He's got a man. That's Treylon Burks. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Off the play fake, Hurts. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Jamin Davis there to make the play. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up on a second down and 8. To throw is Hurts. Now he takes off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here comes the screen to Brooks. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on second and 2. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. They motion the slot man left. To throw on second down is Hurts. That's complete left side to Worthy. Here now, third and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. On second down, it's Brooks. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's third and 7. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Carty's kick is good. And the Steamers will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. But Dreadnoughts offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. On 1st and 10, Murray. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
They bring Judy in motion. Play action now. It's Murray. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and long. On play action, Murray. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So a field goal apiece here in that 1st quarter. All even, 3 apiece, the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Etienne. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. They send a receiver in motion left. Murray on 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. That's his 1st reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Murray. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, it's Etienne. Etienne has the 1st down, still going. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end Uzama. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Dreadnoughts take a 10-3 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steamers offense ready for their second possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
He'll push ahead to the 21. That's Juju Brents in on the tackle. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's into the hands of Worthy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. A give inside, it's Brooks. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's done it again, back-to-back good runs. 19 this time, and another 1st down. Here's Hurts. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. The veteran Jordan Poyer had the good coverage, and he knocks that one away. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
3rd and long for Hurts. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They bring Judy in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
They go play action with Murray. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They bring Judy in motion. They go play action now. Murray. Now he'll run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd down, Murray. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
The Steamers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. Ho-ho! And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
The motion man is Johnson. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Traylon Burks, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Hurts. This caught right side by Worthy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They motion a receiver right. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Off he goes. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on 3rd down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. On 1st down, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So on fourth down, here comes the veteran, Brian Anger. The veteran, Jamison Crowder, deep to return. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Dreadnoughts offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
3rd and 5. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They go play action for Murray. He's going to keep it himself.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. Here's Sam Martin now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. A first down throw for Hurts. He'll look deep here for Burks. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So a very tight first half, a 1-point game here at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for.
Certainly
with both
a tightly
these teams
contested
in it
first half
to win it.
You'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steamers offense and running back Jonathan Burks coming out for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They send him right out of the slot. Third down. Here's Hurts out of the gun. He's going to run it.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Hurts to the air on first down. That's complete left side to Worthy. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Here's a handoff to Brooks. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The Steamers lining up in punt formation. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Dreadnoughts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. Oh, no. That is not going to work out at all. That will be a safety. The defense puts 2 points on the board with a safety. But, Greg, a lot of credit, not just to the defense, but special teams as well.
Give that assist here, Mike, to the punter. Just a play ago, being able to pin that offense deep inside their own territory leads directly to that 2-point safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now he'll run it.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Slot man in motion left. Now Hurts. Quick throw, taken in. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. On the zone read, it's a give to Brooks. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down. Another try with Brooks. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
A nice run there, bringing it down to the 2. And decision time. 4th and goal.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give them credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The Dreadnoughts offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. From the gun, it's Murray. And is open middle of the field. It is caught. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
A carry here for ETN. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They bring Judy in motion. Once again, it's ETN. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
At this stage of the game, Mike, these are the plays that can alter the outcome. You find yourself trailing here in the second half. He's doing everything he can to keep this drive alive. A little bit through the air. This time, it's with his legs, and he picks up a huge first down.
And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout for injury. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. In motion, the tight end Uzama. They'll look to run. It's Etienne. Good blocking, and he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Dreadnoughts. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. Back to throw, Browning. That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Slot receiver headed right. On 1st down, it's Hurts. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds. Here's a 2nd and 6. The motion man is Johnson. A carry now for Brooks. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. The man in motion is Burks. 3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. To throw, it's Browning. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Here's Browning. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's taken in by Shakir. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll send him over to the left. Now, faking the give. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 2nd down, Hurts. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2. They'll try and run it with Brooks. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on 4th down.
4th and short, initially, you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the 1st down, and keeps this drive alive.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Hurts. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown Steamers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
They'll run with Brooks, and he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the 4th quarter. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Etienne ahead out of the pistol. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Throwing. Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
On the give, it's Etienne. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now Browning. He could not get rid of it, and down he goes. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. Here now, 3rd and 5. Slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much, because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game, and I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Crowder to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This is brought in downfield by Judy. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 37 yards. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to ETN. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. Browning. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 1st down. They bring Judy in motion. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Browning now. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, that is a dream for a quarterback and a receiver. Give me time to get open, and they do for the score.
I don't care who your secondary players are, Mike. You could give me the best 5 defensive backs in the league. You cannot stress the coverage for that amount of time. You have to get after the quarterback, so hats off to the offensive line. They did their job, and quarterback hung in there, and he found himself 1 for 6.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This returnable from the 4. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On play action, Hurts. Taking off. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. There he goes again. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Deontay Johnson, the intended target there, and it's going to be 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got his man, he finds Worthy. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. A 1st down throw for Hurts. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for our visitors. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.